What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Clock's Runnin, the podcast for everything flag football officials. I'm Jacob.
And I'm Ant.
Dude, for 2 weeks off, you don't sound excited at all. Oh my God, dude. You were like, I'm so excited for tonight. This is so fun. And you're just like, and I'm Ant.
I thought that was excited. That wasn't exciting.
Dude, come on, dude. That was like the most Eeyore. Thanks for noticing me. Gosh, folks. Welcome back. We're back for a couple weeks off. I'm pumped to be back. I hope you are, Ant. Don't seem like it, but it's fine.
I'm so excited. I can't even contain myself. Like I'm so excited. You
just say you just can't hide it.
Oh.
There's a song.
Go on, tell me.
Losing control.
What's
and
the name of the song?
I like it. Woo!
Okay, that's fair enough. We are live on Facebook and YouTube, and I think on Instagram. It feels like it's on Instagram right now. I don't know. I think what kids these days say, like, chat, comment in the chat, let us know you can see us, or whatever.
Comment in the chat, GPT, element of P.
No, not that kind of chat, not the robots. We don't want we want actual people to respond.
Sorry, I'm not. Yeah, you don't think I have such a bad attitude about it.
Yeah, man. So we took 2 weeks off because you. How many flights have you been on in the last week?
Carry the 2, divide by a lot.
And all over the place. You went to my old stomping grounds, Colorado. I happened to be in the area for a little bit as well. Yeah. Had a nice little canceled flight thanks to Frontier. But apparently I missed like some crazy dog situation. You want to talk about that at all? Or?
No, man, it's just real simple. I'm just gonna put it this way. Flag football tournaments, if they're hosted properly, are considered private events. If someone asks you to do something, don't be a moron and do what they say. Otherwise, you might get asked to leave the park. We'll just put it that way.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Well, and we got a crazy crowd in Colorado. There's like, Boulder brings in like a lot of hippies and, Frisbee, ultimate Frisbee is real popular and things like that. So people like to just go with the flow and do whatever they want.
Yeah, that's fine, but we weren't in either of those places, and that wasn't the case. Also, what did you think about the grass in Colorado? Not the grass, but the playing field.
Oh, okay. So that's kind of standard for Colorado. They don't mow the lawn in the greatest consistency. So, is that what you're talking about? That it was long?
No, we were talking about how great it was, man. Shout out to Craig Mims for finding the world's greatest grass. Not grass, but grass on the ground.
Yeah.
It was great.
Speaking of grass, our first guest might know something about it. You wanna introduce him while I bring him on?
Bring on Mr. Rocket. Bring on Otto. Big Otto. What's up, bro? What you doing in a barn?
What's up with y'all boys? Y'all good?
What you doing, bro? Yeah, man.
Yeah, okay then.
Hey, man, sorry, I had to do the intro like that. It just felt right to me.
No, you good, bro. What's up?
It's good, man. Thanks for coming on, bro. Before we get into, what you were doing this past weekend, as a new guest on the show, we just want to give you a chance to kind of share, what brought you into the world of flag football and brought you to where you are today. So the floor is yours, man.
I ain't gonna lie. I actually didn't have any kind of like interest in flag football until after college, and I was training for the league and all that. I didn't make it, so I want to say maybe like for like 2 or 3 years. I think that was like 2017, 18. Some of my homeboys just like, bro, just come play flag, come play flag. And I'm like, man, I'm not finna come play no flag football. Like, what? I almost just made it to the NFL. Like, I'm not. So then once I was like, man, I might as well play. And then I started playing in like 2019, I think. And I just been rocking out ever since then. I think my first nationals was like, I think 2020, I think I went. I think it was in like Sarasota or something like that. And then since then I just been playing. So yeah, it's been a good little experience though for the 6, 7 years I've been playing.
There you go. And you don't really have like a certain team that you're connected to, do you?
No, not really. I mean, I did at first, but now I'm just like a flag football nomad, I guess.
Otto's what I call a mercenary, man. He's a gun for hire, bro.
Yeah.
Any team that looking to complement what they need somebody to get downfield. If you ask Pablo, drop a couple passes. You know, Otto's that guy. Otto,
yeah.
talk.
What's up,
So
bro?
this past year, you've been doing a lot of traveling to Asia. Talk to us about what that's looked like for you.
So shout out to first before I get into the travel, I'm gonna just say shout out to my dog Paul. Like
He's the
my
man.
dog a real one. So I want to say in like February, that's when I took my first like international trip, and we went to Thailand and China. So I don't know where to start at, man. It's love. It's lovely, bro. It's all love. Ain't no, you know. It's just comfortable and it's like a great experience because they do a lot of stuff different than we do. Like they like after every game, they line up and everybody say, I guess thank you for like playing, thank you for the experience to play and stuff like that. So I mean, man, it's great to go over there and like experience like foods and stuff like that. So yeah, it's different. It's definitely a whole lot different. Like once you go one time, you're gonna want to like keep going back, keep going back, keep going back. But yeah,
Wait a
it's
minute.
been cool.
Wait a minute, man. I've seen pre-smoke and hard target after a championship game line up and shit, thank everybody for
Yeah, yeah.
participating.
But
You
see,
have
like,
not seen that.
it's different. It's different because, like, okay, yeah, we do that over here. Like, we'll walk across, everybody will dap up and whatever. But they actually like line up, like both teams line up across from each other and like bow, like, thank you,
Oh,
so and
okay.
so, thank you, so and so for the game, and then we'll shake hands and they'll like take a photo. So yeah, it'd be cool, bro. It's cool. It's cool. So yeah. Yeah, it's cool, man. It's cool. I can't wait for the next
So
one.
any plans to try to get a passport over there and maybe play for one of the international teams in the Olympics,
Um,
something like that?
uh,
Have they
I,
talked to you about that?
I mean, of course, like being like an American or whatever, you go over there, you're gonna be like one of the top tier players. So anybody could really like. You just got to get the opportunity. But yeah, it's a couple like teams that have been like, bro, whenever you feel like you want to come back, we'll try to help you do this, help you do that to get back over there and play and stuff like that. So I mean, it's out there. I just don't know if I would be willing to just get up and leave. I mean, I don't know. I ain't gonna say I'm that invested, but I mean, if everything made sense, I probably would though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that'd be an incredible opportunity, though, man.
No,
That's
yeah.
definitely. So where all have you played? So you played in Thailand, you
I
played in
played
China.
Thailand, China, and the Philippines.
I got you.
So yeah.
So with those because you got it's correct me if I've seen camps, I've seen tournaments. Is it like any league play? Is it like any
Yeah,
like
I mean, well, I
how
don't
does all
really
that
know.
work for them?
I don't really know if it's league play over there for them. Like they like most of them just attend like camps or like people like Tutu. Shout out to Tutu. Tutu, Tutu got how like his
Yep.
little tailor-made thing going on
Yep.
over there.
Right.
So most of them like sign up for camps to get better. I ain't never really seen them play any league plays. It's just like tournaments or they go into like a skills camp or something like that. So
Okay.
I don't think it's any league play over there. I could be wrong, but I don't know. So yeah, another thing I like that they do overseas with flag football tournaments, it's like after every tournament they have like a ending ceremony.
Okay.
Like what they shot or what they do like okay, offense MVP, defense MVP, best playmaker, stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
and they have like a whole little setup like that'd be cool too. So I ain't gonna lie, yeah, that'd be cool, yeah.
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 What about the food over there? What was your favorite thing to eat while
Hey
you
I
were over
really like
there?
the
man.
closing
So
ceremony. Otto is a man of food.
yeah, so if you know me, you know I'm gonna eat my food, y'all. So they definitely like everything. The food is like times three over there. Like everything is just good. I ain't really tasted too many like foods over that I didn't like. I ain't gonna lie, I did taste like some duck. I wasn't too fond of that. But like
Yeah.
anything else be good. Like even like the regular like restaurants that we have over here. Like we went to, I want to say we went to Outback or something like that, and I got like some salmon and mashed potatoes, but it tasted way better. Like it was, I don't know, like I guess like it was fresh or something, but
Did they have blooming onions there?
man, they had blooming everything. Everything was blooming. Yeah. But yeah, it's just like Outback. They got the same items on the menu, but it just I don't know, it just tasted better. Yeah. And I ain't gonna lie. We went to Wendy's one night.
Uh-huh.
Over here, you can get you some Wendy's nuggets, but you gotta eat them when you get them. Ain't no warming them up the next day. Or man, I had got like a 20 piece. Man, I won them things the next morning. They tasted just like I had bought them, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I, s- I swear to God, bro. And they had like some lamb chop chips in China. Oh my God, bro.
What's the weirdest snack you got while you were over there? And not one of the girls.
Man, this watch out. Watch out, bro. Oh, I I didn't try it, but like how I told you how like those little ending ceremonies. So
Yeah.
Cam Bynum, who played, I think he played for the Colts right now.
Okay.
He had a ceremony over there, and they had some little, like I guess undone egg with like a bird or something in it or something they eat for like protein. I forgot what it's
Oh
called. They
yeah,
call it it's a funny name.
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And
Yeah.
they, man, I seen them eat it, bro. I'm like, yeah, ain't
Who
no
ate it?
way.
Who ate it? Who ate it that was
Paul,
with the
Paul was
group?
about to. Paul was about. No, I'm just playing. No, ain't nobody over here that we know ate it. It was really like most of the foreigners that was like trying. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, y'all boys got it. Y'all different. Yeah, y'all, I ain't finna eat no egg, crack no egg open and see like a dead bird and eat. No, nah, I ain't doing that. That's crazy.
Mm-mm.
That is awful. Yeah.
So let me ask this. So like there was a group of you guys that went from the States. Do you guys
Mhm.
see other countries like European countries or Central or South American countries that go over and are playing with some of these other teams as well, or is it really just kind of like people from the United States?
Honestly, it's really just us, cause all the
Yeah.
rest of the teams be like teams from where they're from. Like
Right.
everybody's from Singapore, everybody's from Malaysia, everybody's from Thailand. But yeah, I think we might be the only team that has like a mixture of,
Yeah.
like it'll be us and maybe some dudes from Thailand or us or maybe some dudes from China. So yeah, I think we'd be the only team that be like mixed. I ain't, but it's a couple teams. I know when we went to the Philippines and in Thailand, they had a couple other, I guess, USA people on their
Okay.
team, but
Hmm.
they already like moved to those countries. So I
Oh, so
guess,
they're residents there.
yeah, 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 yeah,
I
yeah,
got
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah. But
Okay.
they said they love it though. I ain't gonna lie, they said they
Yeah.
love it. Everybody I don't talk to, they said they love it. Yeah.
What do you
Is
what?
there?
Oh,
Oh,
go ahead,
go,
Ant.
no, go ahead,
Not bad.
Jacob.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, what country in the world, if you could pick any country to go play flag football in, what country would it be?
Oh, let me see. To be honest, from my little three experiences I don't had,
Ain't little, but okay.
Yeah. I would probably say Thailand probably got some of the best like flag football players. Cause yeah, I would say Thailand. Cause they got a couple players that was on our team that's like actually like yeah, you probably could play like over in the States type. Like, yeah. Yeah. I mean it's a couple people in China too, but this Thailand team, like we played in what is called? I forgot. Pat. I forgot the name of the city, but when we played in Thailand, it was a tournament over there. We were blowing teams out 20, 40, 30 points. But this one Thailand team, we like, oh, all right. Now y'all boy, we had to tighten up for these boys, you know. We still ended up kind of beating them by like maybe 2 or 3 touchdowns, but they was pretty good, bro. Yeah, they was pretty good. Yeah, they was pretty good.
What do you see? Like, do you see with you guys going over there? Do you see the gap being being able to bridge the gap, or is the gap closing? Obviously, like the United States is head and shoulders, like for the men's teams, head and shoulders over other teams. But do you see them catching up to like the European teams, the Central American teams? Do you see that happening as they're playing more, or do you see them still pretty early in development phases?
I would say they still kind of like in the early development phases, but I mean you could like for me just being out there, you can like see like okay, one day they might be like some pressure for real. So I mean, and then they like them boys practice and do them little skill help. They do that junk like almost every day. So I wouldn't be surprised if they close the gap faster than what a lot of people think they would.
Yeah.
So I could definitely see. Yeah, I can definitely see it. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
All right, last question for me, Otto. If you could be any flavor Pop-Tart, what would it be, and why is it strawberry?
Oh, did you say why is it strawberry?
Yeah.
It's definitely not strawberry.
Thank you.
It's definitely like strawberry. I would either say because I ain't really ate Pop-Tarts since I was a kid, but
Come on, man. You ain't gotta lie on here.
I used to love them is it the cinnamon ones?
Okay.
Yeah, definitely a cinnamon Pop-Tart. No Diddy.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
All right, man. I got a couple more questions for you. First and foremost, what's your favorite format in flag football to play?
That recently changed. Last year, I think it was last year at the when was the tournament in Tennessee where we had the monsoon and the sirens is going crazy?
Yeah, Nationals. Yeah, Nashville Nationals. Yeah,
that tournament turned me on to 6v6 contact.
Okay.
I love a 606 contact. I love sixes. I love sixes. I love it. I think that's my favorite. That's my favorite format to play right now. And my team crazy, by the way. Suicide Squad. Shout out to them boys.
Yeah.
Spence okay. All right.
Meme games like a B-, but you know.
He's fun. Whatever he hates, boy. God, it's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I was about to say, okay, so you're connected to Suicide Squad for sixes.
Yeah. That's definitely my home team, 16 for sure.
Okay. So this clock's running, so we're coming from the ref's perspective. So in sixes, if there was a rule that you could change to maybe make the game flow better, or something that you just don't understand why it's a rule, what would that be?
That's a good question, but I feel like that might be why it's my favorite format, because I don't really think it's too many things you can change. Like I it's almost perfect. Like I don't think it's nothing you can change for real. I don't think.
You have an 8-man background though, don't you?
I mean, yeah. When I first started flag, I was 8-man. That was it. I think I played
slow.
Yeah, Yeah,
Long
strictly 8-man.
drive.
I think I played strictly 8-man for maybe my first 2 or 3 years playing flag, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
So
but
yeah, yeah,
I'm gonna say I came from eights, and when sixes came around, I loved playing that.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I understand it, but I mean, you're a perfect big body receiver for sixes because you could block somebody and then go out,
Yeah,
and
facts,
somebody
facts.
just somebody's gonna have a problem going 1-on-1 with you. So
Yeah,
I mean,
I went viral from blocking in the sixes in Tennessee.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
so
yeah.
so yeah, that get that format some more brownie points. 'Cause yeah, that was crazy. I forgot the lady name who took the picture, but yeah, that was crazy. That was
Oh
crazy.
man, that was a bad day
Yeah, that was
for him.
crazy. No, yeah, definitely for
For-
him. And we scored. And
yeah.
Ed, shout out to Ed. Ed scored on that play too. That's crazy.
Oh
Yeah,
man, that's funny.
Oh,
And
yeah, that's
well,
funny. That's funny.
Otto, we appreciate you coming on, man, and just sharing your story and your experiences, man. I'm excited to see what comes. And hey, man, I guess I gotta make sure I can put a mic on you at Worlds for sixes, so we can have some fun with
Oh, for sure. Let's
Otto's
it.
that
do
guy,
it.
man.
Yeah, let's do it. I can't wait. Cause we definitely gonna be there. We gonna be there.
There we go.
Good
Yeah.
deal.
Cool. All right, man.
Appreciate you, Otto. Be good, man.
Hey, what can where
Oh,
can I get this video or whatever? Cause
yeah,
I want I got to
Yeah.
post this.
clock's
And this
running, bro.
this is my first time doing something like that. It was fun. It was fun. It was
Good deal.
fun.
Clock's
Yeah.
running.
YouTube, Instagram, it'll be everywhere, man.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah, I'm gonna definitely repost. Appreciate y'all boys, man.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Appreciate
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yeah, man. Oh, I totally forgot about him. That's when he like put
He
his hand in
mushed, buddy.
the.
Yeah, it was bad. I forgot about it too. Holy cow. Yeah, it was bad.
That's funny.
Otto's that dude though, man. He's such a cool dude. Even when he's mad, he's happy. I
Yeah,
don't think
no,
I've
that's a
ever
good.
genuinely seen him upset. Such a good guy. And he's a great
Yeah.
player too.
Now, does that take you down a notch, though, in your opinion of him, because he said sixes is
No,
perfect?
because guess what? You know what? Michael Jordan's my favorite athlete, and he went to Carolina. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has. I understand. No one's perfect, so I would never judge somebody off of one action alone.
I can't believe you just compared your hate for Carolina to sixes.
I mean,
That's
it's close.
wild. Oh man. Okay. Well, we're just gonna keep it moving. Our
Yeah.
next guest is here. She's been waiting patiently. She's probably tired of hearing us talk about Thailand and unhatched eggs or whatever those are called.
I don't
But
know about
let's
that. Bring in
let's
Miss
bring on our next
Karla.
guest.
Bring in the best
Yeah, there
photographer
we
in the
go.
Northeast that we know. Hi,
Hi
Karla.
guys.
What's up, Carla?
How are you? Can you guys hear me good?
We can hear you. Yep,
Yeah,
you're
Okay,
great. How
good.
are
yeah,
you?
I'm so excited to be here.
Thank you.
yeah.
So,
Thanks for joining us.
so before we get into anything about Boston, before we talk about this past weekend, give us your superhero origin story. I don't know why you leave this part out, Ant. Don't spare any detail. Think like our Marvel superheroes. What their origin story is. Don't let us have it.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Talking about flag football. Yeah, okay. This is why you do this. Never mind. All right.
I'm like,
So,
what?
so
What are you talking about?
this is why I explained it,
go
bro.
ahead. Go ahead.
Hold on. Let me Google it really quick so
Yep.
that I know what you're
No,
talking
Carla, you
about.
don't got to do all that, Carla. Let me
So
just translate.
go ahead. This is why you don't leave the
He
door open
does
for
it.
me to do this.
He intros the show, and I do this part, and
And he does
sometimes
everything
I
else.
forget. So,
We're not doing this again, please.
okay, all right, Carlos. So here we
Start
go.
over.
Let's start over. All right. So if you knew about Marvel and you were Doctor Strange with the Time Stone, you'd be reversing things. But that's a whole other explanation. So anyway, Carla, We just want to hear about what brought you into the world of flag football, your origin story, as some might call it, in the superhero world. But we just want to hear, what brought you here today in the flag football world.
I left out one word.
Um, oops. So, okay, this is how it started, okay? I actually started playing for a little bit, and then I ended up meeting so many people, and they were inviting me to go to like their games. And I traveled with East Movement. I don't know if you guys heard about East Movement. So we went to Minnesota with them, and I've always been the one to have my phone out, my camera out, and everyone is always like, Karla, please tell me you got some videos. Please tell me you got some pictures. And it just started like that. And one day I went to Tampa for USA Flag, and I took some pictures of people, just not even thinking about like, how I can take it there, like nothing. I was just like, I like you, you're my friend, let me take pictures of you, right? And when we came back, I had so many people tell me, like, oh my God, I have no pictures. Literally, like, not one picture. So it made me feel so bad that, like, a lot of our guys from here and our girls and our teams, um, were investing so much money to like travel and go and play. And then they would just come back and have like not one memory, one picture, like waiting and hoping that somebody was going to post them or things like that. So I just started talking to my friends, and I said, hey, like on Sunday League, I'm like, do you mind if I just go there and take some pictures? And they're like, no, they're going to love it. Just do it. I'm like, okay. And I started recording. And then one thing, I'm like, you know what? Let me just get my camera and see what I can do. And that's how it started. I just look for that play, make sure the guys are doing something super silly so that I can just blow up somehow, and ended up here. And now I'm good. Now I love it. Everybody's so like, they just call me for everything, and I'm always there. And as soon as I, get out of work and I'm able to like finish everything at home, I'm like, all right, let me go. And little by little, I got to a point where last weekend I was like completely booked, and I love it. And now I'm going to Texas with John and Tambo too,
All
and
right.
with Steve. Yeah, I'm going to Texas, and then I'm going to Tampa again. So
We just gotta
it's
find you
just
some better friends
growing.
to hang out with, though.
I know, right? It's okay. I like them. They're cool. They're okay.
They're okay. They're all
They're
right,
okay.
I
But
That's how
yes,
we feel too.
yeah,
guess.
and I was doing it out of like just wanting to do it. And people started telling me like, hey, like, that for your pictures, like people actually pay for this. And I
Hmm.
was like, oh my God, I felt so bad because they're like, hey, do you want like Venmo? And I'm like, no, you can just have it. You can just have it. And then one day I said, no, let me just, here's if you want to give me some coffee, buy me some coffee. And little by little, it just picked up.
So we start with Starbucks, and then we got KarlasKlipz. Next thing you know,
Yes, next thing
bam,
you know, here I am
there you
on
go.
Oh, that's awesome.
on
And
your
now
page.
you're like a photographer for, is it like a girls' high school as well,
Yes,
or?
so all
Yep.
girls. So it's more for like girls in flag football, because right now, since everything is growing, we have high school teams, but then at the same time they do their own individual teams as well. So again, I ended up like networking and getting to know so many people that I started realizing that every coach is kind of like somebody that I know, and they are coaching at high school. So now I have a bunch of high schools around here, and now I do girls high school. I'm doing regular like boys, high school teams, and then I'm also doing some like I'm doing the Pirates, and then whenever other teams, when they play the Pirates, they contact me, and then I do like I did the Sharks for Jacksonville the other day too. So like just
Okay.
like that, it's just, I don't know,
Nice.
somehow they hear about me, and then I'm there.
There you go.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. So this past weekend, you were, I guess you guys were hosting, all you New England types. I don't understand geography necessarily,
He
but I
doesn't.
understand that. I
He
know that
wasn't
there's like
there,
a
so
lot
he
of
wouldn't understand.
there's, there's like a lot of states that were packed into one, and you guys all just showed up in Boston. So who is your favorite team that you got to take pictures of this past weekend?
Um, I had Oh my God. I have so many teams. I must say like NAS was one of my favorite teams. Um, I mean, I love all of them, but the reason why too was because I was working with them individually, making videos just for like other brands and like the stuff they wear. So I got to actually get a chance to meet them. Then I have another team. I don't even know, when I met them, I didn't even know who was the person I was actually talking to. Like, it was so random. Let me actually check. Forgot their name. I think it was like 840 something or
843 Elite.
yes. Oh my
Yeah.
God. They were so awesome. I love
Yeah.
them. And then we played volleyball together too. Like after I was like, let me take a nap for like an hour until my next game. And they were like, you want to play volleyball? I'm like, let's play volleyball. So we played volleyball together. So yeah, they were pretty nice. I love it.
All
But
right.
again,
I
like all
I'm
the
just
teams are awesome. So I can't really say there's one, but I just had a connection with them.
I just think it's great that you didn't say the Nasty Boys because nobody likes the Nasty Boys.
Oh,
So
you know what? I feel like if I say it, people are like, no, they pay you to say that. Like I just can't
Well, I mean, we
if
know
I
how
say
John
it, they're like,
works, so
obviously she's gonna say that. So I gotta go. Like I can't say one team from Boston. I can't say that. I will have to go
but that's
outside. So
okay,
I'm forgiven.
right? But I mean, even if it was a team from Boston, it was a really, I mean, it was a heavy. We had a big group from New England that was there, so I
Yeah,
mean, it makes sense. And like the Northeast was just well represented all around. You think about the teams
definitely.
from New York and Philly and all of that. How how has tournaments like this help? Like, I mean, you talked about how much you've grown. How much like outside of flag has this made your business grow? Like with other opportunities.
Um, to be honest with you, I feel like it was so unexpected how it's growing and the way it's going. I am getting a lot of calls to do different things other than football, so it's kind of like new to me. Like I had a call to help them do like a commercial, which now I have to kind of like study and see how I can go about that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, yeah, I'll do it, and then obviously now I have to like stress out about how am I gonna make it happen. But I'm doing marketing for different like beauty salons, and I'm taking care of like a couple of franchises with their marketing. Um, I get called to do realtor videos. So like outside of like when it comes down to pictures and videos, definitely is like putting me out there. I do love football and I just love the action, and it doesn't have to be only football. Like I do other sports as well.
Right.
Um, but I feel like tournaments are such a key moment for every single photographer. Like we get to meet so many people, network. And I always it feels good when I run into somebody and they're like, "Hey, KarlasKlipz, hi," and I'm like, "Hi!" Like I feel like, "Oh yeah, like, I know we follow each other, right?" And
Yep.
then I'm like Google, like I'm looking it up, like what is this, who is this person? But it just feels so good to be able to just go places and then meet them and like go to Tampa and see them again. And I'm like, oh my God, where are you in this state? It's so cool. I love it.
You're gonna be so busy in Tampa. You don't even
Oh,
realize it yet. Now that you've gotten the ball
I
rolling.
overbooked. I double booked on one game, and the good thing was that one was from out of state, the other one was from here.
Yeah.
So I hit up my friend from here, and I'm like, look, I love you, okay, but I'm gonna have to go to the other one because I
Yeah.
don't know them as much, and they can yell at me and be mad at me. So like, I
Right.
got you in other games, and he's like,
There you
oh,
go.
don't worry about it, we're good. I'm
There
like, all
you go.
right, but yeah, it's great.
What was
okay.
what was the best format for you to watch this past weekend?
Um, I feel like even though I love co-ed and I love everything related to women's teams, I feel like my way of getting better, all men's teams are always like the best way for me to get better pictures and actions on things. So like if I want to show my work, it will be anything related to just all men's, just because I feel like there's so much more like contact, non-contact, regardless. They are so like extra when they play so that I'm able to show off my work when it comes to that. Like women, yes, like I don't know if you noticed, but most of my pictures, like every single one of my girls looks so good, and I love that. And they're so good when they're playing, but I don't feel like they share the game with women so much that I don't get a chance to like really show off what they're doing unless it's like all women's team. So if I was to want to do something related to like showing off my work and showing off the pictures and action pictures, it would be anything related to just men's um, contact or non. I'm there. It's always it's I'm able to show off more. And then for women's, yes, I love it, but also 30 minutes in one game. Oh my God. I didn't know. I'm like, I'm gonna have to pull plays out of this because like people booked me and it's like the person that booked me will get no play time. And I'm like, how am I supposed to get you videos plus
Well, just tell them
pictures?
not to suck. That's all it is. That's all
Oh
that
my
matters.
God.
If
I
you
was like,
if you ever get to that point and you don't want to talk to them, send them to me. I'll be glad to talk.
right. Oh no,
Do
I know
better.
you would. I know you would. Oh, can we talk
Hey,
about how like I met him and I was like, he is like 3 times bigger than me. Oh my God. You're like
All
super
right.
tall.
So we need to bring this up
okay,
because this happened
no, hold on, Jacob. Hold on, Jacob. if, if if you could compare him to any maybe an animal that lives in cold areas,
I'm not saying nothing like that. I'm not saying nothing. Okay. Don't
No,
say
you can say it.
that.
Everybody, they all call me that. It's fine. I've embraced it.
No, all I'm saying is that you got off the cart because I saw you in the car, you got off, and I was like, this man is so tall. Like I couldn't and I'm 5'1". So like for me it's okay. Like I'm little. I know I'm little. But it was definitely great. And I acted like I've like we known each other for like years. I
That's how
literally
you're
saw
supposed
him
to.
like 3 miles away and I'm like, oh my God. Like such a acting like a little groupie. I'm like, oh my God, relax, girl, relax.
Oh man. What was I gonna say? Oh no, we need to bring this up because I had two separate instances. You were not either one of them, Karla. I had two separate instances where people in Boston asked me if I was an offensive lineman. One was during a protest. He looked at me and goes, "You're a lineman. You know you can't do that." I'm like, first of all, buddy, let's relax. The kegerator came after the knee blowout. I was a skill player at one point. Not a great one, but I was one. Number two was in the hotel lobby. Some lady hops off the elevator and goes, "You got a lighter?" No. She was drunk and she goes, "Are you a lineman?" Died.
I'm gonna say something super like crazy, like I don't know. I don't
Say
want to
it.
sound mean, but it's kind of like when you see like super tall black guy and you're like, oh, he plays basketball. You know what I mean? Like you look at you and you're like, oh, you probably do this. Like you just have a look that you do something like that. Like I just
Like,
wouldn't know, but I'm like,
I have a look like I
you're
belong in the
tall.
buffet.
You
Got it.
look like you can like handle someone. So it's like, okay, you definitely do something related to football. Yeah.
you look like a left tackle, Jacob.
Shit, outside, baby.
Hey, I was gonna ask and be like, do you even like do you play? Like what is it that you're doing?
No, I
It
ride around the
definitely
golf cart and complain. Ask Ant, he'll
uh
tell you.
and you're tough too. I've seen you
Huh?
in action. I've seen you in action this
What?
Sunday.
Yeah,
When
he's like a polar bear.
Tell me how there was a play. I don't remember how much it was, or like what it was, or whatever. And everybody was like, "No, that was a touchdown. That was a touchdown." And then the ref, like, all I did was like, I seriously went like this. Yeah, that was a touchdown. And then everybody came to me was like, let me see the game, let me see the play. I had to download it to my phone. And all I can hear is him coming. We don't care about no video. Get off the video. You're not watching the video. I was like, do I delete the video? Is this illegal? Like the ref looked at me and was like, don't show it to me. Don't show it to me. I'm not supposed to see this. I'm like, okay. I had no idea. This man just was like, forget about the video. If he says it's a touchdown, it's a touchdown. If he's not, it's not. I'm like, oh. For a minute, I really thought I'm like, is he running like the USA flag? Like, is he the owner of like the whole thing? Like, what's happening?
I just work here.
It was
He's
intense. I
scary.
liked
He's
it. I liked
scary.
it.
Who
I
is
liked it.
scary? I'm a nice, friendly person. I apologize.
Literally, anytime like a fight breaks out, I just immediately look for my security blanket. I'm like, Jacob,
He's coming. He's coming. He's on his way.
Oh man.
uh,
Trying to think what else happened in Boston. It was a good tournament, but it wasn't like there wasn't any like super
I
controversial.
didn't like. You know what I didn't like? Can I
What
tell
didn't
you
you
what I
like?
didn't like?
Tell
I
us what
didn't
you didn't
like
like.
that there wasn't in like a lot of like vendors. There was only one place for food. One that was for like healthy stuff, and then we had Elite, and then we had Infinite, right? We have Infinite, and then we had
Team
the other
IP.
place. Yeah, and that was it. And I feel like I'm so used to seeing the Tampa one that I was
You
like, oh,
can't go off of that one.
I'm gonna be able to eat, so I don't even have to eat breakfast. I'll just get
Right.
something there, and next thing you know, it's like,
97
oh
food
my
truck.
god, yeah. I think
So
that was
so
like
right. So I'll say it's complex to complex whether things could happen because like 2 weeks ago when we were in Denver, we couldn't have any vendors.
oh okay.
It's all about the park. And the food truck. I think we had a food truck there. We had two all day Saturday. We had an ice cream truck, and I was so mad I didn't get over to it. It had steps you walked up into the truck. It was
That was
so cool.
smart.
I'm a 4-year-old. So they didn't come back on Sunday, and then for whatever reason, the guys on Sunday they stayed till like 1 o'clock, and then they peeled out. We're like, what is happening? You're gonna have to make a killing, and they left too.
Yeah, so basically it depends on the location. Like the location tells you what they can do.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
okay, okay. Yeah, I
So
thought it was something as in like the actual like USA flag will say, hey, like we need this, and that, and then you guys like whoever is in charge of it looks for it or approves the vendors and stuff. But
right.
yeah, that's pretty much all I would say. Um, it was pretty organized. It wasn't as hectic as going to any other places. I mean, I have to go to Texas too, so I don't know how Texas is gonna be, but
We'll be there. Same
yeah.
group,
Are you
same
gonna
crew.
be there?
Of course.
You both.
No,
I'm gonna try. I'm
Ant's
trying.
gonna try.
Wow.
He heard
Well,
you were gonna be
you
there
know,
and kind of.
no, you know what? I'm cooking up a plan in my head because now that I know that Infinite Flag is gonna drive there, I was like looking at the route and I'm like, they could make a pit stop in
And you
Ohio,
jump right
pick
in.
me up, and then I would drive down with them. Like that
Oh.
would be why you what? Come
So
Okay.
on, I'm
pretty
just
much,
trying to network here.
it's
Okay.
not happening. It's not happening.
So
Pretty much.
Pennsylvania is here. Ohio
No,
is here.
no, it's not that.
Texas.
No, that's not true. I'm literally next to Pennsylvania, bro.
No,
If
you're
there's one,
not.
yes,
No,
Didn't you
you're
say you were
not.
like
I'm gonna
30 hours from there?
from Arlington, yeah. but Infinite
That's
Flag is
insane.
driving,
Yeah, they
but
talked to me
they're
about that.
driving.
That is bananas.
That is
So if they're
crazy.
gonna drive, they might as well pick up someone that has a license. The girl, I don't know her name, but she doesn't drive.
First of all,
So
don't disrespect Tom and Nat like that. Those are great
I don't
folks.
know their names, but
Just have,
sorry.
hold on, we're getting the plant life. What kind of plant? What kind of plant? If Carla, if you could be any plant, what would it be?
Plant?
Yeah, plant. Like the one you just showed us.
I'd be like my tree right here. Money tree.
Money
Oh, look
tree.
at that.
Huh.
It's cute, right? It's the only plant that survives.
Yeah.
I usually kill all my plants. They don't survive for like 5 seconds. This one,
I
I'm like,
won't.
okay, this is my baby. That's why it's right here. I keep an eye on it. I don't know.
There you go.
I
My
got
lucky.
you.
Okay. Well, Carla, plug both of your businesses, all four of them, all of them. I want you to plug all your businesses right now.
My side jobs.
All of them. Plug them. Where can people find you and for what?
um, my two main businesses are my lash extensions business. So that would be Lashes by Karla C, and that's my main one that that's my business for like 6 years now. So I've been doing that for a while. KarlasKlipz is for all my photography. So in both of them, you guys can find me. And I am also on TikTok, same name, Lashes by Karla C and KarlasKlipz. And I am trying YouTube slowly. We'll see. I don't know. we'll see if I want to pick up on another thing to do and not be able to sleep at night. One of my hobbies.
Yeah.
Sleeps
Because
for
right
the
now,
no sleep for the wicked.
right now I have like all these pictures that I need to edit, and I had to yell at one of the guys because the guy was like, "Hey, I saw you at the game. Do you have any pictures of me?" And I was like, I feel like he catch me at a moment when I was just so fed up that I was like, "Did you book me?" And he said no, and I'm like, "Then you can wait until I'm done
Yeah.
because I need to
Talk to
get
me.
these pictures out to my." He said, "Oh no, it's because and I'm like, "No, I understand, but." Like I need to get to my business first, and then I'll check everybody else later.
Let
And
them
I'm like,
know.
oh, cool.
Yeah.
I have to. They
Cool.
told me I have to be tough. I'm too nice.
There you go. That's
Yeah.
it. That's the
There you
ticket.
go. Yeah. Just be more like Jacob. That's what it comes down
Yes, yes, yes. And I'm 5'1", so like I can go with the attitude. 5'1" with the
to.
attitude. What
Yeah.
are you, Jacob? Like 6'7"? I don't know.
6'4".
Yeah. Six
Oh
seven,
really?
six
You are?
seven.
Oh shoot! Okay, so you
Yeah.
think he is a giant? I was telling you. You see?
Well, Karla, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We really appreciate you, and we will see you soon for sure.
Thank you guys for
See
having
you,
me.
Carla.
I
Appreciate you.
cannot wait to see you guys soon. And I don't know how to get the video, but I will steal it somehow.
All
It'll be online.
right.
It'll be on Instagram and Facebook. It's on all the places.
It's okay. Sounds good. I'll
Yeah,
get it from
YouTube.
there.
Yep.
Thank you
Yep. All
guys.
See
right.
you, Carla.
All right.
Have a
Bye.
good day. Bye.
She's
She
fun.
wanted to say that. She wanted to say you were a polar bear. She wanted to.
I mean, whatever. It's fine.
It's fine. Okay. Well, we do have another guest, bro. This is crazy. Three guests in one night. I don't even know, but
Rapid fire,
but
man.
yeah. So, you want to introduce this guy?
Bring
He's
on
new to
Mister.
flag
Put him on
football.
the King of
He's pretty
Flag.
new,
Put him on the
new
map.
to rookie. This is rookie year. What up?
What up, Bruce?
What's up? What's up, y'all?
Hey man, the way that fan is, it looks like you got like a big hat on right now.
Let me change that. I am on.
You could have let him sit there for about 5 more minutes.
No,
Oh
y'all
my
good.
bad.
The memes was rolling in from y'all.
Oh man, thanks for joining us, Bruce. When we have a new guest on, we just want to give you a chance to kind of share your story. What got you into flag football and brought you here today?
Okay, yeah. So basically when I got done playing at Coastal Carolina, just trying to chase the dream still, playing professionally and everything. When I was back home, a lot of my friends back home in Philly, by the way. A lot of people be thinking I'm from Texas sometimes. So when I was back home, they was playing flag and they was like, "Yo, you want to play?" And at first I just was like, "Nah, like I'm cool," because you think of flag, you think of like intramurals in college, like I'm cool, like I seen it, like no, bro, like a lot of us out there is fun, like you ain't doing nothing else,
Yeah.
and I wasn't, so I went out there and played, and as far as Philly, it was like every former like high school player that I could think of was out there playing, and it was like it made it like super competitive. So I instantly like got real attached to the game. And then when I moved to Texas, I seen a whole different world with like football as far as like the travel circuit and all the stuff I was introduced to, like AFFL, Team USA, and things like that.
Yeah. So what made you move to Texas?
So I was in a long distance relationship, and
Okay.
but the key point was that like she lived in Dallas because that's where I trained at for my combine draft, and I lived in Philly. But I coached high school football, and in Philly, you don't have to like teach or have a job at the school to coach high school football like you do here in Texas. So I applied for a job at the high school, and ultimately I didn't get it. So I felt like it was kind of a slap in the face because I went to that high school. So I finished up that season, and then I decided to move to Texas.
I got you. That's cool. And what do you think like the biggest flag football game you played in has been?
It's a couple. I mean, if you rank off of like
Give
just
us your
pure
top
like
three. Top three.
top
Yeah,
three.
but for but for you, not because of like a lot of people watched it. Like for you, what were the three big?
So I'm gonna say the World Games 2022. Obviously, that put flag football on the map with two P's for the Olympics and everything. It really put flag on the map for like for how it is now. Talk about LA 28 and everything like that. World Games is the second largest event outside of the Olympics, so that was a large game for us, and all the cameras, NFL networks, and things like that. Um, Anything AFFL, probably the third year for me for AFFL. I know a lot of people say in 2018 that was the best year. I played in the second year too, but the third year when we went to the championship and when we lost and we that game that everybody talks about when we came back down from 25 points with 5 minutes left, that was a
Yeah.
big game just because who we was playing against. And really Tampa every year, just getting to play against like Mark and Velt in them every year because it seems like we always meet up in the championship. Those are always big games, because they're the team to beat.
Yeah. So that I'm gonna bring up a game because it just feels like it gets recycled like every 6 months. So I don't. You guys were playing the Minutemen, is that right?
I can't wait to tell my side of the story.
Oh, okay. All right. So this is just a crazy, like, I mean, Lance was the official, so we know we got, Lance in the backfield. I'll set the stage. I'm gonna let you take over, Bruce. It looks like the Freaks are in the red zone and they score, and it looks like everybody's like game over, right? So what
So,
happens, Bruce? Let
so
me
this,
know.
so this is what happened. It is third down, and we hurry up to the line because we don't have no more timeouts. Eric asks Lance, "What's the time?" He says 10 seconds. So Eric like, "Yo, chill, chill, chill." Tells us like, "Nah." Hey, so he letting it count down. So we snap the ball with 3 seconds left. We flick it into the end zone. We score. That's ball game in our minds, right? So we celebrate and we do all the talking trash. I can't cuss on here, can I?
Yes.
You can,
Okay, I don't
yeah.
know. So we celebrate. We talking shit or whatever, yada yada yada. Then here come Lance. Like, no, that was the play clock. We like,
Oh.
well, we like, why the fuck would we ask for the play clock? What's the game clock? So matter of fact, it was second down because I
Yeah.
know Eric does like some crazy wild things sometimes. No, Eric, he might have like just spiked the ball to stop the clock on the play clock. But we said, why the fuck would we ask for the play clock? So
Yeah.
he like, it's 1 second left on the clock. And then that's when they got that play. And it was just a terrible play call by us defensively. So we put myself and Dallas back there and we had, it's 4 men, but we rushed two, which was kind of dumb on us because there's only one throwback. So it was like a mental error by us. So they sent three down there, but two like for some reason he like went at first to kill like somebody was going to drop and nobody dropped. D Wise did a good job of boxing me out and Dallas was in the middle. Then Dallas and Jordan Harrison. I'm sure we're taking that matchup every time.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah, but that shit get
Wow.
recycled like every 6 months. It's old. We gotta let it go. No, it was a good play.
I
Though. It
mean,
was a crazy game.
but it kind of looks like in like somebody's backyard. Like it looks like fences around a house and stuff like that. Like what tournament was that?
That was at Harold Patterson,
That
wasn't it?
was Arlington. Yeah, Harold
Yeah.
Patterson, which
Oh,
needs to
okay.
come back. Jacob, make that happen. He said it is. Okay, cool. That's all you had to do. All right, all right.
I don't know what the plan is for next year. I think that's where we are in November. But
Yeah,
I
but
don't,
that needs
I
to be
don't,
back in May. Or
I don't,
Dallas period needs to be in May.
I don't know what the plans are. I'm just as much. I just work there.
I hear you. Sometimes I
So
work there. Sometimes I play.
there you go. Um, but Bruce, let's talk a little bit about kind of like what the future looks like for you. You're somebody you've been championed many times with USA football with on the world stage. Now you've kind of moved into like a scouting role. It seems like from what I've seen this past year. Like what does the future look like for you with what they've got? What's the plan?
I really don't know because I've worked on both sides. So a lot of people don't know that USA football is kind of split up into two sides. You have your development side, which is
Okay.
more working with the youth and helping send players uh to the national team tryouts, and then you got your national team side.
Right.
So I really don't know. I scout for both sides. Right now I'm looking for whatever full-time role comes in because USA football is a remote role. I already
Sure.
travel enough with them, so it wouldn't interfere already what I have going on with my business wise. So I mean, a full-time role wouldn't hurt.
Yep. For sure. For sure.
So, but I'm gonna
Um.
still play. I'm just, I had the ankle surgery in April, so
Yeah.
I just started jogging last week. I think I ran my first mile, and then 2 days later I ran another mile. So I'm gonna get back in shape and play, and still play like Tampa. I just don't know if I'm gonna play on the USA team because I know I can't do both, like
Right.
scout and play. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, and I mean, I noticed the Freaks aren't signed up for Tampa. Is there another team you would play for if the Freaks aren't around?
Yeah. Ultimately, whatever team Eric plays on, but it depends. If like new and them playing with Supreme, I could do that. I'm real cool. Like I said, I'm cool with Mark and Beam and Keesing them. I don't know if I will ultimately play on their team just because they're already a stacked team and I want to play against those guys. I don't really like playing on overly stacked teams. I think it waters down the tournaments and things like that. I would play on the worst team in the tournament and try to win the championship. That's just me personally. But either a team Eric playing on or maybe I'll see what's going on with Supreme.
Interesting.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'd love to see that with you playing with Supreme. I think that might mix things up enough.
I think so, and we always talk about it at times because I'm from that area, and then I always have New and Prince and Leroy. If you know who those other two guys are, they'll come and play with the freaks and everything, off the strength of me, and they like cool with Eric and everything too. But a lot of the guys that we had on the freaks aren't playing no more. Everybody got different responsibilities. Like John Hickman got a baby. Mike Dunn just had his second baby, so guys aren't playing as much. Frankie, I don't
Right.
know what he's gonna do. I'm sure he'll hop out there, but Frankie's older, getting into more of his career in his life. My best friend Shaq, he getting into more of his career, so it's kind of it ain't looking too good right now for us.
could you imagine a team with Rock, Bruce, Devin? That's tough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And you add in Jake and Brandon. That's a tough offense, man.
I think it'd be
yeah,
cool.
it's a good
Then
That's a
we
offense.
really
had some
tough
guys like
offense.
add guys like New and them on there to help out
Mm-hmm.
defensively too.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. That's a
Yeah,
tough team.
I mean, that would be good. I mean, and it's funny. Maybe you know more about this. So there was like this movement of at the start of the year where there was like football and finance, and then BBB football and finance, and DNV football and finance, and now all of them are gone. Can you shed some light on what all that's about?
oh yeah, that's Dez. I actually throw tournaments out here with Dez. He's just super busy. So right now, that's why I'm running most of his tournaments for him, just because he really
Okay.
wants to do it. He really wants to get into flag, but he just got a lot of other things going on. As far as sponsoring teams, I don't know if he'll do that again. Um, I really don't see it just because he act like he's Trump or Barack Obama, or somebody like he's super busy, but as far as tournaments, yeah, like if you notice, some of my tournaments have a little nice little price on there. So I think I could start getting more out of town teams, to come in. The more they keep seeing how attractive that price is, and the entry fee
Mm-hmm.
is pretty low too.
Right. For sure. So
Yeah,
is
and
that
you
my bad? Go ahead. Go ahead.
well, you've had tournaments in Texas and Arizona. Anywhere else you've had tournaments? Yeah.
No, just them two. I'm gonna do one at Coastal Carolina. Uh, talk to everybody in the North Carolina area. I don't step on toes. I like to invite people to come help out. Yes, sir. I mean, we almost got it that one year,
Yep.
but
It'll be a good time.
yeah, it'll be a good time. So, just figure out how we all can come together and work together. Definitely gonna do one in Philly. And, a lot of people reached out to me. Some people want me to come to New York and do one. Um, I'm with it. It's a lot I want to do for a flag, like a girls camp. I want to throw like a women's tournament and not step on toes like Lynn Lewis and things like that. Just different ways I can help out the game with my experiences and my connections. Because it's growing fast, and you want to keep it going. You don't want that game to start dying at the adult level. Like I see
Agreed.
it dying a little bit in Texas on the women's side because there's not enough quarterbacks. So I want to figure out a way we can start developing more women's quarterbacks. I don't know shit about playing quarterback besides throwing the ball far. I know what you're supposed to do, but I can't make those throws. So let's bring in a quarterback expert. I'm great at organizing stuff. Let's set it up. Let's get the young ladies here that want to learn, or that might be a step away or something like that, and let's start developing them so we keep growing this game.
I got you. So is that kind of the next step for you? Is that just to kind of get into event organizing and running
Yeah,
tournaments and stuff? Is that the plan?
yeah, yeah. And I wouldn't say like just tournaments on some like Travis and them shit, because
Sure.
obviously you can't do that year round unless you got a Tampa and a Labor Day weekend type of thing. But I
Mm,
mean Memorial Day weekend, but some type of development, or ways I can help out other cities develop their tournament status there.
I got you.
Yeah, so Bruce, you brought up the World Games. I wanna switch gears a little bit. You brought up the World Games. First off, do you know why the men weren't in China this past week?
I don't think they
Like,
thought the game was as competitive as the women's game.
okay,
Really?
I mean, if you look at our scores during pool play, we're blowing everybody out, and then
Fair.
I don't care to say this, but we try to keep the scores a little closer, especially in the championship game, so it can look attractive to the Olympic Committee at the time, because we never thought we were going to get in the World Games again, so the Olympics can accept us. N-
Right.
Now we did data favor flag football in the Olympics, yada yada yada, and now we're facing all this controversy about NFL players wanting to play and stuff like that. And I'm like, man, we should just blow them out. you know?
what like in all your experience of playing in IPAF games, what country gave you like the best shot where there was a point in the game where you were like, y'all, we got to figure this out.
Yeah, Mexico, of course. Mexico men always find another gear in championship games when they play us. So we played them in pool play before, and it looked like when we played against everybody else. But in championship games, they just hit another gear. They have 50,000 coaches over there, so I'm sure they're scouting from all angles. But I remember in Israel, like our defense just wasn't the best defense at the time. This was back in 2021, and guys had to keep dropping before the tournament because of COVID. So like we picking people up as as we go.
Right.
So I just remember we scored, they scored, we scored, they scored because we had the ball first, and it was just one play. Me and Eric had like, the only time we probably just had some miscommunication, and it was on fourth down. Then they got the ball and scored. Then they got the ball back and scored. Now we down by like 13. And we like, oh shit. Like, so but we still scoring. We only had that missed opportunity, but we was just begging for the defense, just get us a stop. So
Right.
that was like my biggest scare, and that was my first year. And then in Charlotte, they played us pretty tough in 2023, where they could have scored at the end. Um they had a miscue on a penalty, and we end up just needing the ball out. So Mexico is just
Yeah.
always tough with their trickery. I think they'll give a lot of people problems with that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, I was about to say Charlotte was a really I saw that live. That was a competitive game for sure.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can see why. Just even looking at like you take Charlotte for example, the women's game went first, and the stands were packed. Everybody was cheering. It was crazy. And then as soon as that game was over, like literally there was five people left in the stands for the men's game. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I can see why internet like IFAF looks at that and they're like,
Well, it wasn't
maybe
it
it's
wasn't
just not.
IFAF that didn't pick it. It was more so the actual World Games. It's a separate entity,
Uh,
so it was the actual World Games. But I mean, everybody just sees us and like they're gonna blow whoever they play out. So I get it, but I mean, if you really look at it, we only had one official blowout game, which was last year. In World Games, we could have blew them out. We only won by 10, but the other, two in between out of the four I played was competitive. So, I mean, stick around. You
yeah,
just never know what happened. But I mean, I,
yeah,
I get why they want to support the girls. I get it.
Right.
yeah.
I'm
So
a business person. I get it.
so speaking kind of on that, what does 2028 look like for you on both sides? Do you think we've seen female athletes from like the WNBA and places like that say, "Oh, I'd be
Right.
interested in that." Do you see like any legitimacy with that?
Well, at first I thought they wouldn't touch the females because of like it's just our sport. Other sports are in the Olympics that may be interested, like
Sure.
basketball and things like that. So
Mm-hmm.
I figured they wouldn't touch the females. But I mean, losing the World Games, you just never know now. A lot of things come into play. I'm not saying USA is like that, but money talks. They might want a big name in there and things like that. But like these brands are doing a good job reaching out to our girls and trying to make them stars. Like,
That's
three of our
awesome.
girls are sponsored by Under Armour, or maybe four. Some of them are sponsored by Oakley,
Right.
and more sponsorship are going to come.
Yep.
But the Under Armour brand was key for them to try to jump on that first, because you'll see around 2027, maybe more name brands will start reaching out to our girl players, to try to get them up. You will not see that from the boys' side.
Right.
The men's side, you will not see. You're not going to see that. They
Right.
absolutely
Yeah.
like not USA football. I'm not speaking for them, but
Yeah.
outside coming in, they absolutely want those NFL guys.
Sure.
It's
Absolutely.
just it's too much money to be lost if it's not. Jersey sales. You can get authentic. Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes flag jersey. Um, Ticket sales, TV stuff, because everybody knows those guys. They're not
Right.
going to promote us. Like they promote them.
Definitely.
Yeah. No, and you can speak to this probably more than anybody. I heard Otto kind of talk about it. Just what he was saying when he's traveled. How like at the end of each game, I mean, there's like it's not just shaking hands. There's a lot of respect to it and everything like that. Do you see that maybe that has an effect on how like international flag football is, where there's just it's that Olympic kind of spirit of the game, like showing so much more respect to it, which is so different than what we see in Arlington or in Tampa.
Yeah, it's way different. Like speaking for me, and I mean this in the most humblest way. Like when we go out of the country, they treat me like I'm Odell in his second year with the Giants. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Even when I wasn't playing, when we had the stuff in LA, like I was out there scouting, and Pablo Hushinum felt texting me like, "Yo, this whole team from Panama, the team from such and such, they want to come take pictures with you and stuff like that. They was asking for you. So, I made my way over there, show love, everything like that. It means a lot to them because we don't realize how much they actually watch us, even though we're not playing on TV and everything. They follow our social media. Some of us are on YouTube, so they're searching our names on YouTube. They're paying attention to the Facebook lives and everything.
Mm-hmm.
They're rewatching the Facebook lives because that's what they want to do. They want to learn, they want to get better, and you might be their favorite player. So, going overseas is amazing. It's definitely like a Olympic feel. You get a lot of love
Yeah,
before the championship game. I put it like that.
yeah,
The
Oh,
championship game,
gloves are off,
nobody likes
huh?
you. Yeah, nobody likes you during the championship game. Everybody's against
yeah,
America during the championship game. It is crazy. They want autographs. They want to switch jerseys. But championship game, nobody's on your side.
Oh, that's
I'm just,
funny.
I'm telling you, I think when I realized that the most was in Charlotte with the women's game. I don't know how many countries were there, maybe eight, and all seven countries were in the stands cheering against the United States for
A
that
thousand
game.
percent.
It's
So
crazy.
imagine the only time I did not see that was in Alabama. That's the only time it felt like true presence at home. I remember we went to a Chick-fil-A, me, Vanita, and Frankie, because we just got done a captain's meeting, and they gave us free Chick-fil-A. As soon as we walk in, they clapping, they cheering, going on an announcement. Like, I thought that shit was awesome. I'm like, oh, we getting love in the United States, like flag going in the right direction. Then we go to Charlotte, and it felt like an away game.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But I
So
mean, it's fun,
say,
man.
yeah. So say, if before the Olympics, the look of the national team kind of gears more towards NFL players. Is there a country that you have passport or origin to that maybe you would consider going to play for?
I would if the money's right. Yeah, no, the money got to be right, man. I mean, some of those countries don't allow dual citizenship, but they're only taking, I think, 6 to 8
Six,
countries for the
yeah,
Olympics.
six
Yeah, something
countries.
like that.
Yeah.
So you would just have to figure out. Either who's a top dog around that time, who's it going to be, and how fast you can get that dual citizenship. But I thought about it. If we're not going in that direction, because who doesn't want to play in the Olympics or just be a part of it? I mean,
Yeah,
we all got the same dream that the NFL guys have. It's not necessarily playing football in the Olympics; it's just winning an Olympic gold medal because we know our sport could never do it. We've seen it in track and basketball and things like that. So, of course, I get why they want to do it. They was that same kid just like us. They just end up going further in their football career than some of us did.
sure.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Jacob, you got any more questions for Bruce?
Not for Bruce, man.
Nah,
Bruce.
well, I appreciate you guys.
Well, appreciate you
Yeah,
coming
man.
on, man. Really, really appreciate you taking some time out for us.
All right,
Yeah,
y'all
for
be
sure.
easy.
Thanks, Bruce.
See you, Bruce.
Oh man, you know what? I was so excited to have him on. I didn't even say John or Bull once, bro.
Or
I
talk about a
messed up.
cheesesteak with him.
No, you know what? I've had that conversation with him before, so I know where he stands with that. So
He's with me.
that
That's the fact that you didn't want to bring it up. That tells me everything I need to know.
I mean, look, you had the opportunity in Denver to go to the place where I used to work and have a cheesesteak with cream cheese, and you didn't even want to give it a chance. It's just,
I did
you're
it
just
here at home. Why would
close-minded.
I go across the country to do it?
You're just, because it's actually on their menu, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's on their menu. Okay, we don't have any more guests coming on,
No,
or
that's all we got. That's it. That's it for today.
cool. All right, so just a couple things, want to go over real quick before we wrap this up tonight. We talked about the World Games. Me and Dean had some fun last week, just kind of doing watch parties. And
talk about me staying up. I don't think you guys slept.
Yeah, I mean there were a couple games that we missed, but we watched a lot of them. And honestly, I'm just a nerd when it comes to flag football. So if it's available and I can watch, and it's exciting to see officials that you know or that you've worked with, and then of course flag football on the big stage in the World Games. Ultimately, we know what the result was.
Yep.
I can go, 1 through 8 just real quick, how it finished. Mexico, U.S., Canada, Austria, Great Britain, China, surprisingly, with the 6, and then Japan at 7 and Italy at 8. So, although, those rankings matter for them for funding, and looking forward to the Olympics and everything like that. So, I just across the board, it was a great tournament. There were some blowouts. Italy snuck into that tournament. They weren't supposed to be there. It was supposed to be Spain, and then they just had the next highest seed because Spain wasn't going.
And they kind of had to throw together their team. Yeah, I think that's kind of a tough break because I remember Amber telling us, what was it, that they had to pretty much, their camps were like, they took half as many folks so they could quickly cycle through everybody, which is kind of a tough break when you're doing something like this. So, even to have a showing, did they win any games? Were there any close games?
No, I think there were close games. I know that they played Japan pretty close.
Yeah.
And I think China also they played close. But yeah, it was it was tough. But I don't know. It's a team that's exciting to watch. Their quarterback is a gunslinger. Like she was just she played really good. I think in general they were just like it's amazing to see in all these 8 different countries that there were standout wide receivers that were they were making big plays.
Yeah.
It's definitely across the board like flag football. They're learning things. The sideways snap, just every single time I see it, I'm like, what is that?
Can we change that rule? I absolutely hate that. Florida State is to completely blame for this, and the fact that the NCAA lets it happen. Sorry, that's a whole different rant. I'll let you.
No, I mean Japan loves to use it. I saw Mexico using it a couple times. It's just it happens so quick that I understand why they do it because the defense is immediately going to be like, wait, what?
What just happened?
Yeah. So Yeah, so that's very interesting. And then I mean, Pat Alley coaching China, and he was able to, pull off that was their first international competition. And so, shout out to Pat,
Yeah, shout
kudos.
out to my guy Pat over there doing his thing. I'm proud of him, man. He's doing a lot of great things.
Yeah, I mean, they played Austria great that first game.
Yeah.
It was like 40, 43, 41 or something crazy like that. So, and then like some other like big, in maybe in the scheme of like thinking, oh, okay, Canada, Japan, Canada should win that no problem. Well, at the time, Japan was the number 3 ranked country in the world,
They're
and
so fundamentally sound.
I mean, and they're dialed. Yeah, their offense is so dialed in.
Yep.
It's crazy. And so that game went back and forth. I mean, good offense, good defense, and it literally came down to the last play of the game, and Canada was able to pull out the win. So that was a really really good game as well. And Austria, I think surprised. Outside of Europe, I think surprised a lot of people.
Yep.
I think inside Europe they know what Austria is capable of, but.
Mm-hmm.
They played great against the United States in the semis. Played great against Canada in the bronze medal game. But Sarah Parker was just dialed in that bronze medal game. She really she played great. And then finally Mexico US. I mean, you can't ask for a better game when it comes down to the last 4 seconds of the game.
Yeah. That's the craziest thing. I never noticed this beforehand, and it's become glaring. Michael Better talked about it a little bit. They have a coach almost for every position. They have somebody, and I don't know how that works, like in staffing and like if it's people just volunteering or whatever. But that's crazy to think about, like that every person's got somebody watching for them and doing things. It's brilliant if you think about it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I mean, I think this is where there is a difference. And, I'm not saying this because I think one way or the other, it's just from what I'm seeing is in a way, internationally, those countries, for them, this is their Olympic teams already.
Yes.
And it has been for a long time.
Yes, definitely.
So where it's just kind of getting there for the United States. So I'll give a perfect example with boxing. Cuba has always been a powerhouse in boxing. So the Cuban Olympic team gets so much funding because they don't want to lose. They want to take as many weight classes as possible, and so they have extra coaches. They have anything within the rules that they're going to do. That they can do. They're going to do. And I think that's similar stuff with Mexico, with any of these other countries.
Right. There's a lot of other countries, like I look at the Chinese teams. Look at some of the other Asian countries. Look at some of the Middle Eastern countries. They're put on these teams, and that's their job. And I think for us, we're fortunate and blessed to have it as a recreational sport here, and we can use it kind of as a secondary thing. And probably for a couple people, they do okay making some money off of it. For the most part, people don't make money off of it here. So I don't know if, we'll see, what happens in the future, but it's different countries are doing things differently and results are happening. So,
yeah. And I mean, that's really no different in any other sport. I mean, track and field, Olympic stars do not that's not their job. They're they have to go out and get sponsors. They have, and maybe one or two during their career will have, a big sponsorship. But the majority of them, they're not, they got to figure out how to work in their training in between working a 9-to-5 job.
Yep.
And then on the flip side of it, I mean, you think about some of these smaller countries that they're just they put everything they can to get one athlete into the Olympics for whatever that sport is. And I think we've talked about this in the past. Like there was, I think it was the gymnast from the Philippines or something like that, and he's basically set for the rest of his life
Oh
because
yeah,
he
yeah,
got a
yeah.
bronze medal.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah,
like,
and so that's one of the coolest things I enjoy seeing is like people like news outlets will put out like what each country wins financially. United States is like $10,000 or $30,000. Like it's fair enough. Like it's a significant chunk of change. Somebody can go buy a small like a car or something. But
yeah,
some of these other countries, like if you if you medal at all, like it's like you said, you're set for life. You're treated like the old like Woody Harrelson in Hunger Games. Like he won. He lived in Victor's Village by himself.
yeah.
That was
Good.
a
That's a
great
good.
analogy.
That was I'm speechless. That was a great,
Thank you.
that was a great analogy. Okay, so let's turn our attention a little bit to the officials at IFAF.
Okay.
I know I brought this up. There were 4 females, 4 males, so just a very balanced in that. And then there was a Chinese crew as well. And we don't know how much experience, how much training the Chinese crew went through. There's clearly, Otto, spoke to it. There's lots of tournaments happening in China, so they're working just like anybody else is.
Sure.
What first and foremost, what are your thoughts on the ref attire?
I think they're unique. I think they're fun. I think you don't always have to have something that's so traditional. I understand that a lot of people look at them and went, but I thought they looked cool. I enjoyed them. I think it some people look at it and say, oh, that's pink's just for girls, and that's not the case. Like it gave a different flair, a different color, a different look, but it was still very clear as to who the officials were on the field.
Yeah, I
Go
think
ahead.
they should have just gone all the way and had like the highlighter rainbow, like neon pink, neon green, neon.
It's a lot of
They should.
shirts for not a whole lot of games.
That's true. That's true.
But no, I
No.
liked them. I like both the pink and I like the traditional white and black. Like I thought that was a cool look with the solid black backs on them. Like I thought that
Yeah.
looked good. It's all about it's like USA flag. We do a shirt. I'm actually pretty pumped for what I gotta talk to my guy at Shrooms, Dave. I'm pretty pumped for what we're gonna do for Worlds this year. If I can make it happen, I got a pretty sweet idea in mind. But that's just it. Get creative. This is not something that's so archaic and so we can make things look cool and still be still be professional and still be official. I get flack all the time for having a cartoon on my Camel City stuff and whatever. You're just mad because they look better than yours. So, but I think they did a good job of making them look professional yet unique and cool. So I really enjoyed them.
Yeah, for sure. And ultimately, I mean, they were wearing the pants. Everything's tucked
Everything else was
in.
normal. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So, I know that there was like, I guess there's just two penalties that I want to bring up to you.
Okay.
And ultimately, we don't know the, behind closed doors, the conversations that are happening. So all I can speak about is my experience in Charlotte and kind of what I was instructed as I was kind of, coming into the IFAF world, as far as illegal contact goes and as far as taunting goes. So those are the two things that I feel like were I was just confused about as
Okay.
far as the world games. It felt like maybe there was a conversation of like, hey, we're gonna let them play a little bit more, because there was a lot of things that looked to me like IFAF illegal contact,
Okay.
and they weren't getting called, but it was consistent on both sides. Both
Sure.
teams were getting that same treatment. The other thing is what I was explained was as far as anyone scores a touchdown, the only thing you can do with the ball is hand it back to the official. And if anything else is done with the ball, spiking it, spinning it, throwing it in the air, anything, it is an unsportsmanlike. So, you know. So, thoughts on that, or your opinion on it?
I think we talked about it kind of a little bit last year from when we watched Finland. How we could kind of see the game evolving a little bit. Finland, I think, was the first time we really noticed, like, hey, there's contact here that they're not necessarily calling. And it could be angles. It could be a multitude of things, right? But it could also be that they're coming back and they're saying, okay, what's defined as incidental? What's defined as, non-egregious? What are things we're going to let roll? And it could very well be because of what the Olympics are going to look like, and I don't want to say who they're catering to, but what they're trying to grow to. Right, wrong, and different. I don't know. We're not a part of those conversations, so we don't know. And as far as taunting goes, I think that goes right back to that. They're probably looking at, okay, we probably need to let a little bit of flair, a little bit of fun. Let's not be the no fun league. Let's be a league that or organization that allows, players to celebrate their triumphs, celebrate, their victories and things like that, and not have such overkill. Again, speaking on that's pure speculation. Who really knows what's being said or what's being done? So.
Yeah, and maybe they're just focused on, look, as long as this doesn't go against another team, as long as you're not,
right,
waving it at a player or, doing things like that, or, as long as it's not, I don't know, being disrespectful towards the other team. Maybe that's kind of what they're keying in on. But yeah, like I said, it was instruction where it was like anything with the ball. So after a touchdown, like, we had to stay with that player until that the ball was, given to the official.
Right.
So it gave like that extra opportunity for them to, kind of mess up in that sense. But so no, I think that all makes sense. I think there's a lot of moving pieces in all of this that none of us really necessarily know about. Right. And then also, it's hard for us to compare it to basketball, because at times I think I have where I'm like, well, yeah, look at basketball in the Olympics. I mean, they call crazy amounts of extra fouls, but basketball has been an established Olympic sport forever.
Right.
And flag football is brand new. So flag football in some instances has one shot to get it right.
That part is true, but it's also the fact, like, IFAF has been around for so long, and I personally don't know how that path has been molded, because it could have been in the past they were letting people just slam it. It could have been 5 contact.
Yeah.
It could have been like watching Bex play free smoke. We don't know. But in all reality, I think they're prepping for 2028. They're probably starting to get that mindset and trying to get folks in that, regular routine of, hey, this is the way, we want this to look for TV, to be able to have, like, have some longevity in the Olympics, not just be a one and done like dance or breakdancing. Dance breaking.
Breakdancing, yeah.
Breakdancing, yeah. I think that's probably the reality of it.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I mean, I just kind of thought about this in conversations just recently. Is I wonder if maybe the bigger worry is, will they end up only keeping the men's because NFL players are in it,
I think
not keeping women.
So I go back, and I'll never admit this to his face, but my good friend Chun has nailed it on the head. People don't want to watch the men. It would, from an NFL perspective, maybe, but I could see them more pushing the women's game, versus the men's. To me, we've talked about it, the women are more fundamentally sound. It's a cleaner game. There's not as much of the extra that goes along with it. I could be wrong, but I could definitely see them driving that train towards that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, and then one of the games. I think it was the first game of the tournament, U.S. and Canada. Me and Dean were live. We were having some, we were doing a little color commentary and things like that. And so I do want to address something. There were a lot of comments on Facebook like, why is he cheering for Mexico right now? And so the only thing I want to maybe attach some heart to it and have people understand why I cheer for Mexico. Because I think it's important to say I don't hate the United States. I've had conversations with players on there. I think that I appreciate the growth of flag football in general. So it's none of that. For me, my kids are they're Mexican Americans, so they are Hispanic descent. Their mom was a first generation Mexican American, and she just had so much pride in being Mexican American, in that her dad was born in Mexico, and she passed that down to her children, and it's been important for me to just continue to teach my kids that culture and embrace it. And so it's also important for me for them to see that there are Hispanic superheroes out there. There are Hispanic big time athletes. All my kids play sports. My son, when he plays PlayStation, he picks Mexico going against the United States in soccer. Like there is pride in that. So when I cheer for Mexico, it's me cheering because that's what in my household we cheer for Mexico. And so it's nothing against the United States or the players. They're definitely nothing personal. It's more of a heart thing for me. So want to clear that up for anybody wondering.
Well, there it is.
Yeah. So
easy enough.
So that being said, we have other stuff that we'll save for another week because we're here every week and more times than not. And if we're not, it means we're doing something crazy in another part of the country, and we'll bring content out of those situations as well.
Definitely.
So,
yep.
So that being said, I just I don't know, Jacob. What do you got to say?
Well, at this point, it's time to talk about some of this merch we've got. We've got great merch. We got a merch line. We've got shirts. We've got pants. We've got shorts. We've got underpants. We've got it all. We're cooking up a couple of new things as well. We got ref shirts. We got under ref shirts. We got over ref shirts. We got hoodies. We got beanies. We don't have beanies. We should get beanies. We got all sorts of stuff. And if you have any questions about where to find us, like our first two guests, not going to name names, Otto or Karla, we're everywhere. We're on Linktree. We have all of our links there. We're on Facebook, Instagram, MySpace, YourSpace, TikTok, TalkTick, Snapchat, Snapface, Pony Express. Paul Revere will bring you a letter with the transcripts of the episode. It's a long one since we went for an hour and a half. Not quite over 2 hours like the other night. But anyways, we're everywhere. So, we're on Apple. We're on Spotify. We're on Pandora. We're on your side chick's jukebox. We're everywhere. So make sure you check us out. You can find. The only one I didn't name was YouTube.
Yeah.
Now that I actually come back to it, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share everything you see from us. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Oh, and if there's a TikTok trend you want to see me and my daughter do, we will.
That's cool.
Oh, you're gonna put on a woman's robe?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. You can do that again if you want. A tight invite. Pal.
If you want Jacob to do a TikTok video, no, you know what? That's fine, Jacob. I'm gonna challenge you this week to make and not just any kind of TikTok video. I need a TikTok dance. You got to do a TikTok dance. So
I don't know how to do a TikTok dance.
Hey man, you spoke up. You said I didn't invite you.
What's a TikTok dance?
Oh yeah, I mean there's plenty out.
Do it. Just send me one.
Okay, all right.
I'll make a TikTok dance. Me and Charlie will do one.
There we go. All right. Well, that being said, we're gonna wrap it up for tonight. We will be back next week and with more exciting stuff. And who knows? Maybe 7 guests. I don't know. It's crazy tonight.
Slow it down. Tonight was a good kickoff to having a couple weeks off. We're gonna get back in the swing of things. Appreciate y'all. Have a great night.
All right.